Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV online with Roselore Serafina. It looks very much like we need to speak to the Silent Conjurer. Why was I doing that? Ah, for the Lord of Levin. Let's see. The other signs have already arrived, madam. May I show you in? You certainly may. It is currently the Hatching Tide Festival as we speak. I will run Roselore through that off screen, perhaps, so that, or we could run her. No, let's run her off screen, maybe. I'll think about it. Alrighty. Kane Senna. Actually, I might do it on screen. We'll see.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty.
Let me just up her voice.
I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest.
Uh-oh.
Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace.
Hey.
Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin.
Okay, is this going to
Though
be a
his
problem?
exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the sylphlands.
Right.
Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the sylphs found a way to share the Twelves Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided.
Mm-hmm. Fingers crossed, right?
Blessed as you are with the power of the echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence.
Ah,
I would
correct.
ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
Me? Oh, well, okay then.
The Twelves Wood
We
has
can do
suffered
this.
enough. Upon this, we and the sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples. You have my thanks.
Such a happy self.
Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
Very well.
An ill wind blows through the forest.
Oh no.
Yet, it is not only the Twelves Wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation.
Uh-oh.
Have care.
Very well, Sia. Right. Right, well, there are two things going on. As you can see by the eggs scattered on the ground, it is indeed Hatching Tide Fest. And while I do have a couple of episodes in the events list dedicated completely to Hatching Fest, we might let Roselore run through and get the little decoration that goes with it. So we want to go to Makedo's Amphitheatre. If you're starting this in Hatching Tide, you must remember to finish it before Hatching Tide is over. And if you're starting a new character in Limsa or in Uldar, remember just finish your main story quest through to the airship and make sure your character is at level 15. Then come to Old Gridania and the Makedo's Amphitheatre, and you will have a chance to go through Hatching Tide. So speak to Gili Aliapo. In Pursuit of Eggcellence, Gili Aliapo has a great deal to say about Hatching Tide. This quest is available for a limited time only. Hatching Tide is upon us once more. I hope the season finds you in excellent fettle. My name is Gili Aliapo, and I lead this annual celebration. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. May I ask your name? Well, it's Roselore. Well, Roselore, I hope this is the beginning of a firm friendship. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Hatching Tide has its origins in the days before the Seventh Umbral Calamity, when 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I have been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as those before you now, borne aloft into the heavens. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonder to Hatching Tide before, so needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, the eggs I commissioned ought to arrive at any moment now. That's not an egg. Oh, Gilly, it's a disaster. The cart toppled over en route. Thankfully, the driver was unscathed, but I can't say the same for the eggs. Good heavens! I'm glad to hear the poor driver was unharmed, but without the eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Though to create the quantity required will take time, and we're already facing at least a minor delay at this point. If only I could assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as it is, and I must see to the schedule alterations myself. Uh-oh. But wait, Roselore, perhaps you'd be willing to lend a hand? It's a pleasure to meet you, adventurer. I do hope you'll consider helping us get Hatching Tide back on track. Oh, that's different. So that's a different greeting to what Clea got because they haven't met before. Oh, nice. Thank you. The first order of business will be procuring more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fellow, so he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he has enough stock. Lalafell. I still say there is nothing scarier than a Lalafell tank. Well, let's get going. You know what though? This is a side quest, and if I look at my character, we check our classes and jobs, we'll see that our white mage is at level 63. I'm just thinking maybe we should run around in this little safe area with one of our lower level classes. And the lowest level I've got is my archer. Well, that fits into New Gridania, doesn't it? Let's grab our archer. We'll roam as our archer. Just watch this health bar drop like a stone. We've got to get our other classes up, so doing some of our side quests with them is not a bad idea. Just don't do a main story quest that's a little bit high. So for instance, when we go back to Fear Odin and the Shroud, I click the yellow, you get the quest up. It's a level 50 quest, so we probably shouldn't take our archer on that one. But this one is not bad at all. I am going to have to work out Gunbreaker. It's, I think it's difficult to get your head around. Where are we going? Let me check my map. You know what? I could just use the amphitheater shard, or I could just jog. Oh, hang on a minute. Alright, I'm just going to move. I will grab that running. I know I altered it so all of my characters have this sprint on the 9 key because it's so much easier to just tap it and run than to, you know, look down, grab the arrows, scoot around with that. And I'm finding having it consistently on the same key, regardless, is really useful. So I'll probably have to reorganize my archer stuff as we level our archer up. We should do that. Sorry, steering by mini-map. Here we are. Nanota, hi. He's obviously from Uldar. Ah, you're that dreamer who was here before, ain't ya? Well, yes. And? A right old mess, to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of the supplies you need, though. Uh-oh. Is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some tatty old odds and ends. Surplus wares. That might be of use. If you want them, they're all yours. Into the scrap box. Let's go. Might not be exactly what you needed, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with ease. The storage fees were eaten into me I mean, I'd rather see them put to good use. Thanks, mate. Yeah. When I ordered the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He's certainly proved me right. Any road, we'd better take stock of what he's given us. Let's see. This leather looks durable. We have some metal springs and rings that could do for a mechanism of some sort. And these lengths of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent alchemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. We should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs Jilly saw in her dream with these. We could make something far easier to get off the ground, though. Parasols. The trick would be making them look eggy enough. I see. Well, any rounded object looks like an egg from far enough away. It's science. I see. We can mimic the shape of an egg with a canopy and add some seasonally appropriate patterns to the outer shell. I can picture it now. Parasols are a sight more fiddly than your standard egg, though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. So, we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, the guild artisans should be less likely to balk at a request for parasol parts than a rush order for myriad eggs, particularly if we supply the materials. Right. Let us first pay a visit to the Leatherworkers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. Well, alright, Leatherworkers Guild it is. Where am I? No, not that button. My keyboard's just not quite where it needs to be. Ah, here we go. Out the front door, down the hill. I love these decorations. They make me smile every time I see them. And yes, I've played this once, so but I've been tossing up whether or not with my main character to actually, like, well, not my main, but my main screen character, whether or not I should be doing these on screen or off screen. And I'm going to do them on screen because this is the character where you see just kind of how we play, basically. Bit of a walkthrough. Ah, if it isn't Roselore, you must be the adventurer assistant Nanota spoke of. She has just informing me of your plight. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You shall have the guild's aid, although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work your leather into parasol canopies. The material is water resistant to a degree, but nevertheless porous. Untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot, but our stock of coating is perilously low at the moment. If it's a matter of water repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenters Guild and request that they craft the parasol frame? We can meet up by the Black Rabbit Trader's stall anon. I know. Sorry. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, right. We should probably do that before my guildmaster comes looking for me. Mayhap we should go out the right door too. What do you reckon? All right, it's easy enough to get back to get down to the carpenter. It's literally run opposite to the little tunnel opposite. That'll take you from Old Gridania to New Gridania, and there's our Aetheryte Shard. So you just run down the hill to the carpenters, which is the building with a little saw on it, and away we go. You guys know this. We've been playing Roselore for a bit now. All right, let's go speak with the Scary Master Beaten. Have we followed his story quest through with her? I can't remember. We're going to have to. They're good. Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak. Oh, because that's not scary, Mr. Beaton. Here you go. I have some timber here and... You wish this timber fashioned into parasol frames? Very well. I shall see it done by competent hands. The younglings in the acorn orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenters Guild has the matter in hand. Thank you, Mr. Beaton. All right, let's go. Okay, I did find the door this time. Let's go find Nanotta. This is Mesenta at the Rabbit Traders Guild. We can play cards with her eventually, I think. I trust everything went well at the Carpenters Guild. I've just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. Yeah, it went good. The next step will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to Jilly once I've finished so you can go ahead and wait with her. Right, I'll go mind the car. No, we are going in the right direction. Hang a left as you come out of the tunnel instead of a right. Don't take the tunnel ahead of you, but hang another left, and you're good to go at the amphitheatre. To find the gates, find the obvious archway and go under it, and there's the gate. It is raining in sunny Gridania. 8:49 p.m. at night is also nighttime. Look at the lights though. Welcome back, Roselore. You'll be pleased to hear that I've adjusted the schedule to accommodate our little mishap, and all is set to proceed. How fare the eggs? Well, substituting parasols for eggs? What a wonderful idea! I can hardly wait to see what Nanotta cooks up for the prototype, though wait we must. Alright, a little bit of XP for our archer, and at these lower levels that counts for quite a bit. Jilly. Eggceeding Expectations. Jilly Aliapo is patiently waiting to see the parasol prototype. This quest is available for a limited time only, so make sure you get it done before the 25th of April 2025. Nanotta will surely be along any moment now, because we're not impatient for Nanotta to arrive. Here we go. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Archon Egg Parasol. I love the faith Jilly has in her. It's so nice to see. Doesn't second guess her, lets her get on with it. Ooh, pretty. Very yellow. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. There you go. Just that single nod. It says a lot, that nod. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let Nanotta outstrip us in hatchling tide spirit. There must be more we can do. Well, perhaps we can drum up a crowd with the promise of gifts. But of course, we ought to promise our newest addition to the festivities. If we tell even a few Gridanians that these gorgeous accoutrements will be available for those who celebrate with us, word will spread of its own accord. I am actually deliberately choosing the opposite response to what I chose with Clea, who's my event character, just to see what happens. So yeah, I'm really pleased. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventurer's instincts to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. Alright, let's go do it. Now, alright, speaking to Jilly. The market is always busy. Let us look for potential celebrants there. Jilly is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Jilly behind by entering a different area or by speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Jilly accompany you again, return and speak with her at the original location, so come back to Makedo's if you lose her. While you're accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional points of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Alrighty, now I've already worked out with Clea that if you want to, you can actually use the Ethernet shards and you won't lose Jilly. But we're just going to jog on up because it's not that far away. I mean, Jilly can sprint too. That parasol looks really good bobbing along. I know, right? So we'll just quickly go this way. But if you wanted to, you could literally use the Ethernet shard and arrive at this point without missing anything. So, alright, looks like we have a circle here. Let's, now I have done this, so what we're going to talk about. Jilly. Discuss the decorative basket. Yeah, let's go. We dreamers are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there, for instance. I came up with the idea, and Nonota worked her magic to create the final product. Let's speak with Jilly. When I think back to the very first hatching tide, it's a marvel just how popular the occasion has become. I have so many people to thank for their efforts, yourself included. Alright, now, if you were to want to do another quest or something and just, interrupt the quest, you just speak with Jilly, you right-click on her, and you pick part ways with Jilly. We're not going to do that. We're going to finish this quest today, so we'll toddle off this way. And we will talk to the Egg Appreciator over here. I say, madam, you must tell me where I might acquire a resplendent parasol like unto your own. At our Hatchling Tide event, of course. How about it? Will you join us at the amphitheatre? I'd be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and edible, I attend annually in hopes of glimpsing ovoid perfection, and this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance, such egginess. Right, there's another shield over this way. Ah, Egg Appraiser. No, wrong button. My bad. Let's try again. There we are. Why, that parasol is an absolute delight. It's not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. Might I ask who was responsible for this masterpiece? The Leatherworkers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our dreamers all had their parts to play. And if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. Ah, I should have known that the Guild's artisans were involved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the festivities. But as an egg appraisal appreciator person, you should be happy to anyway. But, alright. Egg enthusiast. Heavens above! Is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheatre, you'll receive one just like it. For years I have searched for a parasol as darling as an egg, getting sunburned and soaked by turns, and you offer me one free of charge? 'Tis a hatching tide miracle. I expect those three will tell all and sundry about our parasols. Our work here is done. Well, where are we going? Accompany Jilly to the market entrance and then speak with her. Oh yeah, there's a little arrow I've missed right there. Alright. Let's go. Ooh, well, that's hard to miss, isn't it? Let's have a quick chat with Jilly. With good old Wenold in the foreground. Whoops, sorry, Wenold. Always makes me smile. I love seeing what they come up with each event. Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. I shall go and see how many attendees are gathering at the amphitheatre. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. Alright, if I take this moment to go do something else, I am going to forget what I need to do. But I do like how they let you break these quests up if you need to. It's pretty good. Let's go for a sprint. I know we could take the shard, but yeah, then we'd have a little bit of a wait. Anyway, you know how it goes. Don't cross the whoops. Don't go that way. Cross the bridge, then turn. Otherwise, you'll end up in old Gridania, a little bit further from where you need to be. Go through the arch. I am actually saying this more for my advantage than you, because than yours, because I do forget sometimes which way to go in this city. Jilly Aliapo. Look, Roselore, isn't the sight of those parasols simply marvellous? Oh good, we do get... There they are. Oh wow, nice. Eggs held aloft, just as in my dream. Hooray! We did it, Jilly! We certainly did. Shall we officially declare this hatching tide a success? Hold that thought. You've yet to see the half of it. Magenta! I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols, more than can comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out stock to those who came inquiring. With how many left my store with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city is awash in floating eggs. That's incredible! To think the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Excellent. Wait, Jilly, they're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. Whoops, wrong voice. Oh, you're right. I was so intent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. That our original plans met with misfortune was a blessing in disguise, for we've touched the hearts of more people than I dared to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind this will go down as a hatching tide to remember. Black Rabbit traders shall continue distributing parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Nanota told me how to assemble them, so I can prepare as many as necessary. So it's like POD, parasols on demand. Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity, Nanota? I couldn't have done it without our able adventurer. Oh, that reminds me. I have something for you too, Roselore. That's the very second parasol I ever made. After Jilly's, of course. I thought it fitting that you receive it. With eggs aloft across the city, all that's left is to enjoy the festivities. Your work may have finished, Roselore, but Hatching Tide most certainly hasn't. Look at that. All right. Let's have a quick look and see what other quests. Oh, fashion accessories. Achievement unlocked. Problem parasol. That is never going to stop making me smile. Fashion accessories. You've gained access to a fashion accessory. To use it, first select fashion accessories under character from the main menu. The actions to equip accessories can be used directly from this menu or registered to your hotbar. After equipping fashion accessories, they can be removed by pressing this action again or by selecting put away from the hotbar, though who would want to stop flaunting such stylish accoutrements? Someone who doesn't want to get beaten up by a tree. Right, let's go this way. Wrong button. I'm going to grab out now. To get your fashion accessory, click on your inventory. Find it in your inventory. So for me, it's down here. Right click on it and click use. What's that? A blue dragon card. When did I get... Well, we better use that. That can get added. What's that? A splintered chest. Rumoured to have been stored upon the heart, the flagship of the dread pirate Mistbeard. Appears to have not been so gently pried open with the headsman's axe. Oh no, let's not desynthesize that. Let's leave that for a minute. You know what? I should. Obtained and registered. Let me just see what level weapon our character has on her. Level 15. What level is she? 23. Let's see if we've got a weapons coffer that's somewhere close to level 23. So level 50, we probably don't want to open that yet. And 49, alright, let's not open that yet. And that's a sylph key, isn't it? So I've got a sylph quest I've got to do as well. We're heading that way, so we might do that along the way. Alright, I'm just going to... Why are they not in my armory chest? Oh, because they're a crafting thing, that's why. Alright, so I'm just going to sort my little trinkets out. Because we should probably be looking at XP boost, let's see if we've got a bit of an XP boost that might work. We're going to be going back into our white mage in a minute, so I'm going to grab one that boosts spell speed. Or piety will help. So it looks like I've really only got one. Oh no, that's spell speed and vitality. Let's eat that then. Delicious. And you know what? Fitting with our theme. Alright, to put our parasol on very quickly, I'll run through this one. We'll grab this into character, okay? It's the first dot. Go down there, go to fashion accessories, click on that. You'll see your parasol. You can either activate it from here. Alright. And you'll see now that she's wearing her parasol. To get rid of it, if you've activated it from in there, go back into fashion accessories, right click. No, that's not working. Alright, I don't know how to disable it from here. Alright, shouldn't be too hard. Pretty sure that didn't do it. Oh no, okay, yeah. So right click on it and then click on it again. That will get rid of it from in there. If you wanted to have it on your hotbar so you can pop it out and pop it away whenever you like, just grab it from here, drag it over to your fancy actions bar there, close that, then you just left click on it. Boom, there's your parasol, and you can left click on it again to put it away. So we might leave that there for a bit. I may or may not celebrate with that. For the moment, what have we got in this area that we should be looking at? It looks like pretty much all our quests are crafting quests that we're just leaving for the minute. So it is the Lord of Levin that we want to go do. So let's pop back into our... That thing is only red because we're not the right level. So let's just grab that. Boom. What level is that? We could maybe do that as our paladin. Maybe. You know, do... Oh, I did click paladin instead of white mage. Why is that there? Because I'm alphabetically ordered challenge. That's what my problem is. There we go. Alright, so our gear level is 90. What is the level of Lord of Levin? 50. So technically we should be able to do it. Do we have any more gear that, you know, we've grown into? No. We're going to have to work on that, I think. So we could challenge the Lord of Levin as a tank. Oh man, I've never tanked that before. That should be fun. Let's try it. Alright, we do need to go. So Lord of Levin, speak with the Serpent Lieutenant at Little Solace, which means we want to go to Hawthorne Hut. I always muddle that one up with Bent Branch, which is middle instead of central, maybe. Okay, let's go. Little Solace. I am going the wrong way. You know what? Let's just jump off the edge. We're tough. Where's my bird? Fluffy, did you just nick off on me? No, you didn't. I've got another 7 minutes of Fluffy. Why don't we just save a bit of time? Come on, Fluffy. I know, armor. You don't like it, but you're a tough bird. We can get there. All right. Let's see how we go. This way. Serpent Lieutenant. Are we actually in? Is this our? This is our company, isn't it? No, our company is the Immortal Flames for Roselore. Radio. Roselore of the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramu himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you'll be well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Yes, sirree. Alright. A Daystar Armorlay, which is determination, piety, and mind and direct hit rate. Well, let's wear that. See if we can equip it. No, it looks like I'm already wearing something of a higher level. No worries. Speak with the Lieutenant again. I know, we've got a bit of time. Let's see how we go. The Serpent Lieutenant looks about, seemingly awaiting a visitor. He does. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. Ah. This one returned and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched one summoned Lord Ramu. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good woman to her fellow Scions? It would be this one's pleasure, walking one. Please, please come with this one. Right, there may be some fighting in our future. What do you reckon? Speak with Maxio. Alright, let me just have a look on the map where Maxio is. Yes, I'm not going to get out of this easily, am I? No, that's not it. Over there. Well, what we could do is ride our Fluffy over to the Sylphlands. Let's do that. Are we flying yet? I keep forgetting if this one is flying. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we finished the main story quests. I love this flying thing. If you're not flying, you're going to have to follow the map. We're flying. Which means we're missing out on XP because I'm not so cleverly dodging all of the fights that I would otherwise be getting into. I know, just run the bird into a thing. I am actually going to get off the bird in case we get into a fight, because that few seconds to get off the bird can hurt you. Maxio, hi. Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones. Or we could fly over them. Speak with Maxio again. Bird, this way. I know, I have run through these lands. Alright, and you would be running through them, and there are lots of fights, good XP, which I'm avoiding. I know. Main story quests, you can do them, like I was just doing them on one character. I'm trying to actually split them between two. I think we can do that, 2 jobs. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Rameau, and this one may turn mean and nasty like the touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here to the south. Go in safety, Walking One. Alright, Walking One is considering actually walking. Oh yeah, Walking One had better walk. That's just too lazy to. We'll see how much trouble we can avoid as we go. I do remember avoiding a lot of trouble when I first started and discovering firsthand what a bad idea that was. It's best to face up to your trouble and earn the XP to face it better. You know, hi. It has been a little while since I played this class. And we'll try not to use any area effects because area effects are bad for you. They get more opponents than you want. Papalimo, how you doing? So, it's actually you. I am relieved. For a moment I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magic, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Istola's face when one impersonating you suddenly showed up. That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble on. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and am pleased to say I have reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Rameau was called forth in the vicinity of the sylph's etherite. Come, Roselore, the Lord of Levin awaits. I'm not sure I want to do this as a paladin, but okay. Okay, that's the one I want to follow. Well, like I said, it's much better to face your problems head on. Looks like we have another milk root sapling to deal with. I know, I'm so much tougher with my bird. He's got my back. He's such a good budgie. Alrighty. I know, I'm a member of the Chocobo Appreciation Society. My bad. Ooh, well, that looks exciting. Let me beat that one up. I will not put my irritate everything on. I'm not out to insult people's mothers today. Just to get their attention. I'm just going to try practicing using some of my paladin skills though. Oh, well, something doesn't like me. Oh, it's... Excuse me. Well, she's got a bit of a temper on her, hasn't she? Rude little sylph. Alright, now I will use my annoy everything in the area. Did I just get... I got poisoned, didn't I? Yeah. Whoops. No. Okay. And then it has a friend that is clearly not happy to see me in the snarl. That's fine. We'll just snarl right back. It's awful. Whoop. Just watch out for the little seed bombs. Alright, I think we've managed, apart from the one hostile... Don't run over the edge. Hi! How are you doing? Ow, you just made me feel really sick. Do you mind using a different deodorant? Oh no. Oh no, let's stand right right there. I know, the mindless little seed bomber is doing its thing. Let's hit that one. Let's go 3. Oh, very good, Fluffy. I love your style. Alright, away we go. Ooh. Oh, they look angry.
Thine order betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Hi. I've come to speak with you. I've only seen this once before. Wow.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan.
That much is true, but I do not seek to be your bane.
I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest.
I
Thou
understand.
tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
Well, you don't exactly come visiting. We'd like to speak with you.
The
Matters of
Gridanians
course.
proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion.
What?
Thine offer, an insult.
Wow, there's no pleasing some people.
Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just.
Beg to differ. We're not all the
Gridanian or
same.
Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one
Join Garleans.
excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
I can't really dispute that.
Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born?
He's a little angry right
It
now.
would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature.
What? Now you're profiling us.
Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Oh, wilt thou reject any chance of peace beneath these boughs?
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee.
Yes.
Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my trial.
My Lord Ramu.
If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee.
Hasn't done so
Yet
yet.
if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Okay. Who annoyed Grandpa? Oh my goodness.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Okay.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
We're surrounded by trees. That's lots of paper right there. Oh, don't let Ramu hear you say that.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye.
Wow.
Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Very well. Shall we see what our chances are of having a trial? Because that's a huge gathering. But lots of people will be wanting to get through, so maybe we'll be lucky. The striking tree hard is now accessible. Duty Finder has been updated with a regular duty. Well, we could upset the violet screech by touching that, or I could just go into Duty Finder. I know I'm a paladin. I'm not sure I want to do this as a paladin. Alright, let me just grab this and drag it over. So Earthsbound is locked to us until our gear is level 95. The striking tree hard. Does it have a recommended gear level? Average item level 65. So our average item level is 90. So we are above the recommended item level. Okay, so we have to oh wait, that was daft. Oh, I know, I'm a bit scared to do it as a tank. I know what I'm doing as a healer. Okay, a tank has to keep the main thing occupied, right? I can't remember if he calls in ads for the tank to occupy. Why don't we give it a go and try not to let anyone down. Alrighty. So it says the average wait time is 5 minutes. We could just stand here staring at this beautiful crystal. What's that about? Back in the saddle. Oh, Agent Hildibrande. Why don't we go and do that while we're waiting? So I'm pretty sure my crystal's set for... Oh, okay, no, it's my other character whose crystal's set for Gridania. Let's go to the Steps of Null, and we'll continue back in the saddle, which is the Inspector Hildibrande adventure. That's kind of like a string of adventures, so we get to meet the kind of very crazy Inspector Hildibrande. Alright, looks like we're better off going on foot. Hi, Al. Alright, so we have Agnes. Talk to Agnes. Beg your pardon, you wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running around town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. Right. What has he done to irritate people this time? It's the only question you can really ask about Inspector Hildibrande. Alright, let's go talk to Silver Nettle. That's the Hatching Tide music. What? You're looking for a half-naked islander that likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. Me mate's past cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Right, duelist? Ooh, the plot thickens. Have a look. These are our hatching tide decorations in Uldar. See? All sunny. I know. Ros, what's that all about, hey? Alright, I think we've got to go in here. I'm actually pretty nervous about doing the, Never mind, we'll be good. Sorry, lass, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Wymond. Alright, you know what? The only rumours I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear, but when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Sounds like we've got a crime on our hands. But guys, you know what? I am out of time, so I am going to have to hop out of Duty Finder. Just withdraw. And bid you all adieu. We're going to have to definitely do the Striking Tree Hard next episode. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. We might just go and check in with Inspector Hildibrande and finish this quest, or maybe it's not Hildibrande we've got to check in with. Maybe it's his cute assistant, the kitty cat lady. No, it's Wymond. Wymond? I know. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell. Just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wymond! Hey, Wymond! That'll almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear. The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Uldar. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true. He's not a zombie. I checked. Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which begs the question, how in the seventh hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling for that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden. What said her most? This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the lady from the Sagoli! A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital! It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Nashu. Damn it, Hildy, I ain't told you the lass's name yet. I guess we're going to be going after the inspector. But guys, on that note, I really will bid you adieu. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit like. If you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.